Hello and welcome back. Today we've got another £200 of 10p's we're going to be hunting through, looking for alphabet 10p's, territory coins, world coins, anything a bit unusual if we can't find an alphabet 10p. Ideally though, 2019 is the year we want. We are so close to completing this book. So far we have A, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L and M, N, O, P, R, T, U, V, W and X. So 5 to go. But 2019 dated alphabet 10p's are so low minted and so hard to find. We've started another 2018 book to run alongside it. This is my third 2018 book, in fact. All we need for this book are the letters D, J and R, and then we're done. So 3 coins left for this book as well. Whoa, getting perilously close to completing another one. Anyway, we may find one if we're lucky today, so let's get into these bags, see what we get. Okay then, whilst the coin hunt is ongoing, I'm going to be responding to some recent comments left on my recent videos. To get a comment into me, all you need to do is leave a comment on a recent video, and throughout the week I take screenshots of them and put them in my little question data bank, and we go through them in one of these 10p Q&A videos. So if you get a random love and like from me but no reply, there's potential that I've saved that comment for one of these videos. So we start with Stephen Seacombe. Says, hi Christopher, why is it not illegal for the banks to pass on fake coins but is for the public? Cheers, Stephen. So I would assume, again, I don't know legally what is the case, but I would assume banks, it would be illegal for them to pass it on too. I think it's about the intention. So when I find 1 or 2 fake £2 coins in a £500 bag, they just haven't spotted that fake one. I'm sure if they were to spot a fake coin, recognise it as a fake coin, it would be removed and not passed on. But yes, I think it is, but it's whether it's spotted. Because again, from working in a bank, it's not a case that you are checking every coin that comes into the bank, whether that's from customers or ordered in. For the bags that I get, for example, they will come from a cash centre to the bank, and they will remain in that sealed bag. The bags will only be broken out to individual bags if they are refilling a till or someone's got a smaller order. But where I order an entire full bag, those bags are never broken into, so they're never really checked. But yes, I think it is illegal, but I mean, who's going to sue over one £2 coin? Anyway, Thomas O'Neill says, ripping the bags open spoils the show for me. These bags open so easily and can be reused / recycled. So I'm gonna have to disagree with you there. When I have bags in these bags, these are, some people call them rolly over bags, I call them bags. They are resealable 100%, and I do reuse these. So I've got a pile of them over there from the last bag of coins I've gone through. I scoop them up, put them in a drawer, and then once a week when I'm bagging up my coins, I use those first. So yes, the ones that can be reused, I do reuse. These ones, hold on. These ones here, these are not resealable. There is no way to open this bag to then reuse it, because you have to rip it open. There's not like a little pocket that reopens and closes there, but these can go to a soft plastic recycling though, so they pile up on the floor, then they go to soft plastic recycling. So yeah, I do my best. I like getting the bags, but I can't guarantee it's just luck of the draw what the bank has when I get the coins out. So I hope if I've sued that issue, you can watch my videos peacefully without any concerns. So I'm just going to pop up on my screen. Right, I couldn't see how long I've been running for. Okay, the good life off grid. The good life off grid. Oh, I see. You're living off grid and it's the good life. I get it. Very cool. Okay, hello. I wonder if you could help. I've picked up some William Shakespeare coins. I didn't realise. I've just found a mess. I was counting the money up to go to the bank anyway, a couple of them. I've checked one of them in particular for some reason. When I've checked out on eBay, it's going from £4,000 to £12,000. Really, or is this just a con? So what's the most valuable coin you should find in circulation? You should be able to find in circulation. We're not talking about errors, we're not talking about misstrikes, we're not talking about NIFC things. The most valuable coin that you can find in circulation, if you're lucky, is the Kew Gardens 50p, right? Anyone disagree? Anyone disagree? Don't think so. So the Atlantic salmon is a little bit rarer, but not as valuable. A Kew Garden sells for, I don't know, 150 to 200 pounds. If we're talking about selling on eBay. So other circulating coins are not going to be as valuable as that. They just can't be. The Kew Gardens is the most valuable coin you should find in circulation. Obviously, like I said, ignoring errors, ignoring things that shouldn't be in circulation. So a Shakespeare coin are not going to be going for £4,000 to £12,000. The trick with eBay, there's no point searching eBay for what things are listed for, because you can list whatever you want for whatever price you want on eBay. Doesn't mean that's what it's worth. You could take your Shakespeare £2 coin and put it on eBay for £100,000. Is anyone going to buy it at that price? Of course not, because it's not what it's worth. So, if you're using eBay to value your coins, search for your coin, Shakespeare's History's £2 coin, and then in the filters you want to click on the sold listings, sold items, because that will then show you a list of all the coins that have with that description that have sold, and then you want to take sort of an average of that. Now, if you have, I don't know, your Shakespeare History's £2 coin and they're selling for, I don't know, £2.50 to maybe £3.50, and there is one out of the 20 in the top most recent sales that sold for £300, ignore that one. That's just an outlier. We don't worry about outliers, because sometimes it's a case, I know people who have bought coins at crazy prices and not completed the purchase just to wind up the seller who's listing something for stupid money. There's also an element of money laundering that can be happening that way, but overall, if you use that method, you'll be able to see the sort of average selling price of your coins. Don't trust what things are listed for. You can search any coin and find it listed for bonkers money. That's not what it is worth. And again, if you see news stories perpetuating this sort of nonsense, it's them perpetuating nonsense. So yes, your Shakespeare coin, depending which one it is, might be worth a smidge over face value. You're not going to be able to retire on the backs of it, and you won't be able to retire on the backs of finding anything in your change that you should be able to find in your change. Don't get me wrong, there's some valuable and exciting stuff to find, just not valuable enough that you can quit the day job. Okay, Matt Bluckert says, I just spent 9 days in the UK, did not receive a £2 coin. Are they actually in circulation? So yes, they are. They are an actively circulated coin. I don't see many in my change, which is a far cry from when I worked in retail back when I was at university. My first jobs, I worked at Woolworths and at newsagents, and £2 coins were like gold dust. £5 notes and £2 coins were the most handy coins to have in your till, and you start the day with a till full of them and you would immediately run out of them, because giving change out, they were always the first to go, and then you're having to give people handfuls of pound coins, handfuls of 50p coins. But it seems like the preference isn't £2 coins now. My own working theory, again with no insider information, this is just my own thoughts off the top of my head, when they redesigned the pound coin, that is now, well, it was, I don't know if it still is, the most secure, in terms of the security features, circulating coins in existence. So, are the cash centres and banks and the Treasury going to want to put all that effort into making £2 coins, which, although, again, when they were revolutionary when they were produced, being bimetallic and all the security features inbuilt into it, are they going to want to make those, or are they going to want to make pound coins and use pound coins instead, which are one of, if not the most secure coins in circulation? I think that is causing the downfall of the £2 coin, because it's more secure to use pound coins. That's only my thoughts. I could be wrong. Who knows? But we haven't seen one circulate for a long time. Okay, Andy says, merrily along you say. Now that's an idea. Guaranteed to get 100k subs if you do a little dance. And how about singing the fines? I hope you put the fakes in an album in date order. It would be interesting to see the yearly trends in fakes. The fakes, they are over there in a box in a coin bag. One of these I've reused. I do have plans. I want to put them in an album, into an album that will take flips. But yes, haven't got around to it yet. In terms of doing a dance and singing, I'm afraid not going to happen on this channel. I don't have the talents, I'm afraid. Okay, Darren P7i says, Hi Christopher, I had my first visit to the Royal Mint today. A brilliant day out. The tour guides are very knowledgeable. I got the Observatory Strike Your Own. Love the videos, by the way. Well, thank you very much. And again, I highly recommend it. If you're watching my videos and you're finding coins a little bit interesting, if you've never been to the Royal Mint experience before, you're going to love it. It's amazing. You get to go into the factory where every coin that is currently out in circulation has been made in that very factory. I think that is just such a cool fact, and you stand in that factory, you look around at the machines, and at some point in the past, every coin that you've ever handled in circulation currently, because it's the decimal branch, had been made in that factory. I think it's amazing. The tour guides are fantastic, they're knowledgeable, a lot of them have worked there for a long time, so they really know what they're talking about, and it's just fun to strike your own coin. If you could only make one trip though, keep an eye on what the current strike your own is. It's just changed to the 200 years of the modern railway £2 coin, so if it's a bit of far for you to travel, I would definitely keep an eye on what's available and go down for a coin that you like. Failing that, there's usually in the most recent years they've had a special strike on the day event, so for one day you can go and strike that particular coin. It'll either be the coin is unique to that day, or it's got packaging that's unique to that day, but everyone flocks to that day and you'll get to meet a whole bunch of people that are also interested in coins. So again, that's my top tips for going to the Royal Mint experience. Taking your time in the exhibition at the end. I mean, I have gone, it must be 40 plus times, and then some of those trips I've done multiple tours, so yes, I've been on lots of tours. I still find it fascinating. The guys who run it are amazing, would highly recommend it, and I'm going again soon. I'm thinking early next month, so I'm going to try and get that booked so that next time we do by next week I can start telling you what dates we're going on. So there we go. Right, with that being said, let's get back to the coins. Well, there we go, our finds for today. No alphabet tea, 10p's, but some interesting ones, including a couple of 20p pieces. A little bit bizarre. I don't know whether this means I'm up or down in the bags, whether, I don't know, a full bag was missing 20p and someone's chucked a 20p in to make it up to the full amount, or whether, because I know when I worked in a bank, if you had full bags you would weigh them on the scales, and I'm fairly confident 20p doesn't weigh as much as a 10p, so if that was just weighed and counted by its weight, I'm probably 20p up, assuming all the bags were full. That's a 10p each piece, so there we go, nice little bit of profit there. I'll try my best not to spend it all at once. We then got one from Jersey, 2006 dated, which is pretty nice, and then a Gibraltar, I think are they Barbary partridges? Oh, it's a partridge of some description. That's from 2014, so very nice. Unfortunately no alphabet 10p's, but there we go. As I said, it shows how hard it is to find them, that I've just gone through £200 and not found one. So if you have been luckier than I and you have found an alphabet 10p in the last week, do share down in the comments below. There's normally a handful of people that do find them, even when I don't find them, so they are out there and worth looking for still. As usual, links are in the description of the video across to my coin collecting Discord server if you'd like to join me and other coin collectors over on that. There's also links to my other social media channels, the PO box address if you'd like to write into me, and of course a link to the Britannia Coin Company's YouTube channel, the company I work for as my day job, so please check them out too. All it leaves me to do now though is thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for more coins. Bye.